It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today it's a different setup again and I have green eyes. I'm actually getting ready to go out. I have a party to attend and I was thinking that the last minute of my makeup would be the perfect time to present to you episode 9 of the Readmas series. I cannot believe we're already almost halfway. And stay tuned because I have a huge surprise for episode 12 because we'll be halfway until Christmas and I wanted to make something special for you guys. So the book that I'm gonna present to you today is I'll Be Alone. Oh my god, with the ring light, it's not working out. I'm just gonna put the illustration right here. It's called I'll Be Alone for Christmas by Meyer Matthews. And I'm gonna talk about it right now and present it to you guys. The thing is, it's a thriller. So I'm going to try my best to not give away too much of the story because what I loved about this novella is because I think it's like 120 pages, so it's a really short story. What I loved about it is that I went in blind and nobody told me about it. So yeah, I'm going to try to not give it away too much. So we're first introduced to the heroine because she's explaining that she basically booked a cabin to spend Christmas with her boyfriend this year. They've been dating for 2 years, so it's the perfect time for them to spend time together. She's expecting a proposal. So yeah, she's saying that it's been a while now and it would be the perfect occasion, right? So she booked this vacation and she's explaining in the first chapter that basically he broke up with her and left her alone, you know, left her just before Christmas. Wait, let me blend my concealer and then I'll go back. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't really focus and do that at the same time. So let me continue with the story. So basically, yeah, she got dumped right before Christmas and now she's stuck with this vacation rental that she did. And she's explaining that she's a bit, broke because she's living on a teacher's salary. So she can't afford to just lose the reservation. And she tries to contact the woman in charge of the place to see if maybe she can arrange something and have a refund. Let her know that it's not possible and that now that the reservation is made, unless she doesn't go and lose it, she's not gonna get her money back. So she decides to go because she's like, why would I miss on a vacation? I badly need some time alone. I need to recoup. I need to heal from the breakup. So she's thinking it might be a good idea, even though everybody around her, including her mom, her best friends, advise her not to go because she's gonna be a woman alone in a cabin in the woods. And to be honest, I would never do that to myself. So she decides to go and she arrives in the town. I forgot the name of the town, but it's like a little town with nothing really around, like a few stores and that's it. And from the get-go, she has a feeling of being watched, of being followed because she goes to Trader Joe's for a grocery run and there's this strange man following her around, and I'm gonna let you know right here and there that there's no resolution to that in the sense that they never explained who he was. I think he was just somebody nice talking to her. So yeah, so there's this strange man trying to, engage with her because he's single and he's wondering if she's as well, but she's lying that her boyfriend is that she has a boyfriend still and that is near her. And everywhere she goes, that the excuse that she gives because she's thinking, okay, I'm alone. I'm not gonna go and tell people that I'm alone in a cabin so that it gives them an excuse to, I don't know, do something to me and attack me, which, it's really safe what she did. So she goes around town every time she goes for a grocery run and she explains that her boyfriend is either waiting for her or joining her. And then on the first day when she arrives at the cabin, she encounters a neighbor. I don't think she introduced herself, but she said that she's living in the house above her, like a mansion near the cabin. And she also tells the lady the same lie, basically that her boyfriend is joining her, is gonna be there soon, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, and then the woman is on her way. And yeah, after the encounter with the nosy neighbor, she doesn't really see or talk to people anymore and she's living her best life basically. And so we see that for, I would say, a few pages. So she bought a lot of wine. At some point, I think she's FaceTiming with her girlfriend or something like that. So her best friend. So yeah, so she's, doing well and trying to keep her mind off her boyfriend, even though there's this one time she drunk dials him. So I mean, who didn't do that once when they were broken up and drunk? So I'm not gonna blame her. And then all throughout the book, she's feeling paranoid. Like I said, she's feeling followed and watched. And at the house, she's noticing some stuff that may indicates that there's a presence in the house with her, or at least somebody stalking her. Because, for example, one day she sees that there's a shoe print in the snow, a fresh one, and it's the size. It looks like a man's shoe, basically. It's too big for it to be a woman. At least that's what she assumed. So she calls the police in for a first time. And the lady is explaining to her, listen, do you have any assumption that you're in danger? Something bad is going on. And it's the day that she also lost power in the house. Because she saw stuff before, like, for example, a puddle of water indicating that somebody was out in the snow and then went into the house. Some items of her that were misplaced. Stuff like that. But when she sees the shoe prints, that's when she decides to act and call the police. And the dispatcher called Jessica, is telling her, like, do you have like a proof? Did you see somebody? Because the thing is, if it's just an assumption that you're in danger, we can't really do anything because there's emergencies that we have to take care of. So yeah, she leaves it at that and say, listen, because at some point she mentioned also the fact that stuff were misplaced and all of that. And on the basis of that, Jessica says to her, okay, that is weird. We're going to try to send an officer to check on you just to make sure that there's nothing dangerous. But it could be a few hours because there's no power around town. And on top of that, it's heavily snowing. So it's not like he can make it up the mountain really easily. Because like I said, it's a cabin in the woods. And on top of that, on top of a hill. So yeah, so... and I didn't say the character name is Romy. So Romy, she just, wait for the police car. She falls asleep and all of that. And at some point, she starts drinking wine just to make the time pass. And some stuff have been happening before. Because, for example, one time she was, like I said, on FaceTime with her best friend. And her best friend heard a sneeze. Or sometimes she heard the floorboard crack on the upstairs. So she knows for sure that somebody's out there, So yeah. So that day, at some point, somebody rings the doorbell, sorry. Somebody's like knocking on the door like frantically, and it's a woman. And of course, Romy doesn't want to open the door, and the woman is like, please let me in, he's after me. And the lady, and Romy's like, who is after you? And she says, my boyfriend, he has a knife, please open for me. And something in her guts tell her not to open the door and leave the woman outside. So she doesn't. And quickly, the woman change her tone. And she's not scared anymore. And she's like, in any case, he's already inside the house. And she's almost taunting her. And that's where I'm going to leave it at because I don't want to give up the ending. But basically, yeah, something is going to ensue between Romy, this woman, and possibly other people. So yeah, it was a really good thriller. I was so shocked. When you discovered the big reveal at the end, I was so shocked. Yeah, it was a really good story. I really, really enjoyed it. And I have to say that for a thriller and for it to be a novella and to be so short, they still managed to really give the setting in a short amount of time, which is something that I didn't like in the previous novella that I mentioned, The Gift and Resting Scrooge Face. So for this reason alone, I think this book, I would give it actually a 5-star. It was amazing. It was great. And I'm going to check out more work from this author because I really enjoyed it. And I feel like it was the right amount of, I would say, just as a spoiler, of gore, of blood, of mystery, of, fun, because there were some funny moments. And also we still got the backstory of the heroine. She's just not a random person that you don't really get to know, because we spend so much time in her head because the book is written from her POV that we really get close to her and we learn, a bit about her breakup and how she saw the life going and why she's so hell-bent on being alone and in kind of some danger on Christmas. But yeah, there was some point where I was frustrated with her because I was like, girl, this is your sign to get away. This is your sign to run away, to really be safe, But she wouldn't listen to me. And of course, it wouldn't have been a book if she was, precautious. But I'm not going to let you know how it ends. I'm just going to say that in some points, it has a happy ending. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm finished with my eyes now, so I will just go make the rest of my adjustment to my makeup, so put my lashes and my lipstick and come back to say goodbye, guys. Hey guys, I'm back and I'm done with my makeup. So yeah, as I was saying, it was a novella that I really enjoyed, and I will try to check out more story like that because I love thrillers, and I'm gonna try to mix romance and thrillers and all kind of genre. I want to read the historical as well, so if you have good recommendation, please leave them out. And like I said, stay tuned for episode 12. It's gonna be amazing. So I will see you guys tomorrow in Readmas episode 10. Bye.
Season of peace is finally here.